Hey, it's the Refined Reseller. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, you'll get tips, tricks, and advice on how to be the best eBayer you can possibly be. Plus, from time to time, I will show you things that I have bought at garage and estate sales, and I have resold on eBay. I'm going to do that in just a second, but please, I hope you take some time to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So over the last few days, I've sold some items. I haven't been as busy as I was a couple of months ago, but that's okay. I'm still making sales and still making money. The first item up is this pair of Nike Air Jordan Space Jam shoes. I picked these up at a flea market. I paid $20 for them. I had them listed for $179.99. Somebody came along, offered me $130, so I sold them. Next up is this vintage Oakland A's 1971 poster. I bought this at a garage sale along with another one very similar to it, but of the Baltimore Orioles. I sold this one for $49.99. I knew it would sell. Sure enough, somebody bought this for their man cave. Next, I sold this antique set of 1906 Limoges salad plates. I had them listed for $120. I put them on sale at 10% off, and somebody bought them for $108. Next, I sold this paintball gun. A friend of mine gave me a paintball gun about 2 months ago, and I sold it, and I found this paintball gun at an estate sale, and I had it listed for $49.99. I took a best offer of $40. Now, I went to a garage sale not too long ago. The guy happened to have one time worked for Cox Cable. He was an installer. He had all these Cox Cable connectors and remotes and all this other stuff. So I started selling cable remotes. I have them listed for $14.99. I sold this one for full price. I took a best offer of $12 on this one. I took a best offer of $11 on this one, and I actually sold another one at $11. So these cable remotes are selling well. They are brand new. They are Contour Cox Cable remotes, and I have probably about 20 of these, so I'm going to do okay with these. Next, I sold this Coleman propane heater. I bought this at a garage sale. I paid $5 for it. I had it listed for $39.99, and it sold for $35. Camping equipment sells well, so keep an eye out for that. Next, I went to an estate sale, and as I mentioned in the video that I made about that sale and some other stuff, you can click right above it, will take you right to it. But I am having to expand my horizons. I'm having to add more items to my repertoire. I have never ever bought fabric, but a lady had some for sale at an estate sale. It was $3 for as much as you could fit in a Walmart bag. I probably got about 7 or 8 of these, and I sold 2 of them already in about 3 days. I sold this one. This is of a black and white background with some flowers, red flowers on it. It sold for $19.99, full price, my full asking price. Then I sold this one. This is a Tahiti pattern, and it also sold for $19.99. So if you can find vintage fabric, keep an eye out on it. I'm going to keep looking for it because it's selling for me, and it's a new item for me as well. Here is a system sensor smoke detector. Bought this with about 300 other products similar to this, and I sold this one for $39.99. This next item is pretty cool. This is a rainbow Aquamate attachment. I got this out of a dumpster. I was looking for some boxes. They had this and a couple of other rainbow products for a rainbow vacuum cleaner. I took it out and I just sold it for $29.99, and I got it for free out of a dumpster. Next, I sold this Scentsy Bride a Scentsy product. I see these quite often. A lot of times people will get these as a Christmas present or maybe as a wedding gift, and they just don't use them. So I can generally pick these up for about $5. I had a buy it now price of $29.99, and I sold it for $23.99. Scentsy products do sell. As I had mentioned, I am adding new items to my inventory. I just really started buying old photographs, ephemera. I found a photo album, had a bunch of photos in it, and I am selling them. I just sold this one, and this one is really unique. This is from about 1915, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's a vintage photo of this young lady and one right next to it of her husband, and right below it is her obituary. Somebody bought this for $13. I had it listed for $19.99. I took a best offer of $13. But, it's really interesting the way they used to write back in those days. This is more, of course, than 100 years ago. So I'd like to read this to you and see what, you think about it. Let me know in the comments below. But this is part of her obituary. She, being made perfect in a short time, fulfilled a long time, for her soul pleased the Lord. Therefore he hastened to take her away to be with the angels. Dear Cordia is gone, and those that are left behind, her husband, her widowed mother, one brother, and one sister, can only mourn her passing. She was 18 years old. She was a frail, sweet flower, all too frail for the winds of this lower earth. And the Lord looked down on this flower, and his heart went out to its need. Then the gracious master said with a smile, give the little flower to me. Then into the gates that were golden, and over the fadeless plain, and close by the beautiful river of life, he planted the flower again. So this type of stuff sells. Obviously I just sold this. I have seen other items very similar to this that sell well as well. And if you ever find like a locket that has a deceased person's hair in it, a lot of times it is in kind of like a wax thing or whatever. Those were popular, 100 years ago. If you can find those, they sell on eBay as well. I saw this other vintage photo right here. This is of some men going into a mine. This is actually made into kind of like a mini postcard. It sold for $4.99. Then I sold this Ektachrome slide of this Cadillac DeVille, and it sold for $4.20. Maybe somebody liked the picture of the Cadillac or had one of those at the time, but they bought this. Next, I sold this Canali tie. I bought a whole bunch of ties very similar to this at an estate sale a while back. I think I got about 45 ties. I have sold about 25 ties just like this. I had it listed for $39.99, and I took a best offer of $35. Next, I sold this Red Heart Boutique yarn. I bought a bunch of these at an estate sale, and they sold for $11.99. I had mentioned in a video earlier that I'm getting rid of all of my clothing. It does not sell well for me, and I do not make a lot of money on it, so I put it all on sale. Some of it as much as 50% off. Let me show you what I just recently sold. I sold this Orvis shirt. I had it listed for $29.99. I put it on sale for $17.99. Somebody offered me $15, and I sold it, so I sold it for half of what I was initially asking for it. I bought it at Goodwill, and it cost me $5. Next, I sold this Indigo Moon jacket. I had it listed for $19.99. I put it on sale for $11.99. Ended up selling it for $10. I bought 300 of these at an estate sale about 4 months ago, and I'm just getting rid of them. Even though I sold it for $10, I'm still making a profit and putting money in my pocket. Next, I sold this lounger. I had it listed for $15.99, and I sold it for $10.50. Again, I bought probably 70 of these at an estate sale. I have some left, and I'm just getting rid of them. Here is a vintage aeronautical map. I bought about 150 of these at an estate sale. I've been selling them for $9.99, but I took an offer of $6.99 because I've already sold about more than half of these, and I've made a lot of money on them, so now I'm just kind of getting rid of them. Next, I sold this Garfield the cat glass set. I had it listed for $18. I took a best offer of $15. And Garfield the cat sells. I have sold a ton of this stuff. At one garage sale, a person was a collector of Garfield items. I probably bought 50 of, items featuring Garfield the cat, and I think I only have about 2 or 3 left. So I have sold all of them. Keep an eye out for Garfield. Now, I have sold some CDs, as I always tell you about. I sold this Material Issues CD for $5.99, and I sold some record albums. I sold this Mountain album. I had it listed for $9.97, sold it for $7, and I had this Procol Harum listed for $6.97, and I sold it for $5. I know it's not a lot of money, but I'm getting rid of my record albums as well. Finally, I sold this Mylar balloon. It's a Halloween theme. I just wanted to show it to you because Halloween is right around the corner. I sold it for $3.49, and I got it for free. So I'm okay with that. So those are some items that I recently sold on eBay. I hope you learned something from watching this video and seeing what I sell. Maybe you can start looking for some of these items as well. If you learned something from this video, and if you really liked it, I hope you will like this video and subscribe to my channel. This is the Refined Reseller saying thanks for watching, and do like me. Buy low, sell high, and I will see you next time.